What up, though? And welcome to Lunchtime Detroit Lions Talk, brought to you by Detroit Lions on the Prowl and Lions Nation Unite. It's your man, Curt Steele. Be part of the Prowl Nation family. Subscribe to the channel. Like the video and share it. You know how we get down, man. Today is Monday, March 13th, 2023. On Jack for the Day Show, LL asks, what would you give up for Aaron Donald? I look at how the Lions can quickly have the best wide receiver duo in the NFC North, and Coach Mike discusses the possibility of a return for two former Detroit Lions. But before we get into all that, man, it's time to bring in the rest of the crew. First up, y'all know who it is, the ladies' pet, the men's regret. You ain't seen nothing yet. That biggest player from the Himalayas, LL Cool Chunks. What's going on, my guy?
What's that, Proud Nation, and good morning.
Man, y'all see him looking fancy today with a collared shirt on, man. It's the boxing pride of Jackson, Michigan. Like I tell you, man, he will give you a fade two ways. He will cut you one, and he'll knock your behind out, man. He will coach your kids, man. I tell you, he got a pop-up oil change stand, man, around the corner down there in Jackson, man. So look out for my man, who?
They said, how you average 26.6 points a game, walk on skates, and clap heat? It's the Wolverine Coach Mike Jones. What's going on, Lions fans?
Let's get this thing started.
Right now.
Let's go.
Detroit Lions talk, baby.
Welcome back to the show, people, man. And y'all know, if you know TV commercials, man, they say, what would you do for a Klondike bar? Now, my man, LL, what would you give up to get Aaron Donald in Detroit? What you got, my man?
Well, this is a whole lot different than a Klondike bar. But just pose a question about maybe Rams defensive tackle Aaron Donald's availability. Yesterday, it was a big trade. This sent Jalen Ramsey to the Miami Dolphins for a few picks and a backup tight end. The trade details went as such. They got the Rams received a third-round pick and a backup tight end. I don't remember the gentleman's name, so I apologize. And the Dolphins received Ramsey. And they reworked his deal to 2 years fully guaranteed, something like $37 million. So it was like 18.5 per year. The Dolphins were allegedly his preferred destination, and the Lions were allegedly in on this. And this was all, the information I got was all reported by Jordan Schultz on Twitter. I can understand that, not to, fuck Michael Parsons again, but I can understand why he want to go to Florida. They don't pay one of the taxes. I forget which one. It's Miami, and here, Florida boy. Florida people love Florida. I don't know if y'all know that part, but I can understand that. But I say all that, well, oh, well, good luck to Jalen Ramsey and the Dolphins, whatever, and the Rams, however it go. But for all you Star Wars fans out there, there's always a bigger fish. And in this case, the bigger fish could be as big as the Mythosaur. Shout out to The Mandalorian if y'all been watching that lately. Mm-hmm. But I'm speaking about Aaron Donald. And Aaron Donald, I'm just saying this because they could be in complete fire sale mode. We seen them get rid of Leonard Floyd. They just traded away Jalen Ramsey. Allegedly, Stafford is on. They're taking calls on Stafford. So I feel like we should make a decent enough offer for Aaron Donald. Maybe he's 31. Last offseason, he signed a deal to make him the highest paid non-quarterback. And the details provided. I think it's Sport Tech, but when I Googled it, this is the first result, and I think it was sporttech.com. But it's in 2023, Aaron Donald will earn the base salary of $13.5 million and a signing bonus of $15 million, while carrying a cap hit of $26 million and a dead cap value of $44 million. I don't really know what all of that means. I'm really good at math, but I don't really know what that means for us and the cap. Again, they could be in complete fire sale mode, so I don't know what deals they may be willing to agree with. But this could mean that maybe trading for a player like Aaron Donald might not cost as much as it would have in prior situations. Could look like something like the Bears deal. Bears also made a big deal this there was another trade this weekend. The Bears and Panthers swapped first round picks. Well, the the Panthers trade up for the number 1 pick, I should say. And it cost them 2 1s, a 3, and a 2025 second. So it's not all, it's a big deal, but it ain't all happening. You're hitting them all at once. So maybe the Lions could offer something like that, 2 1s or 3 in a second, and then stretch it out over a few years. Now, with all that being said, Aaron Donald again is 31, and last offseason, he was allegedly mulling retirement. So I don't know if that was just, what they were saying was he was saying that to get the pay that he ended up getting, but I don't know. Maybe he really don't want to play football no more. So I don't know. It may not be worth trading for Aaron Donald, but of course I'm certain that they would do their due diligence to have all the conversations with him and the organization of what his future might be before they make a move. But what do you guys think? Should we make a move? And if so, what do you think we should? What package would you put together for Aaron Donald?
Well, I would say this. Aaron Donald has said he's ready. He wants to play this year. Here's my issue is I wonder if he's willing to play for another team because he's pretty much all in on the Rams. Now, I would give up a second and third for Aaron Donald to have him in Detroit for at least 3 seasons. And talking about the salary cap, any guaranteed money after a trade, so guaranteed money is including signing bonuses, will still belong to the Rams. So his signing bonus, which is guaranteed, belongs to the Rams. Everything else, the year salary will belong to the Lions if we trade for him. And maybe we work a deal or something like that. So, however, I don't think we go after the big. I just think he's committed to the Rams. Now, he might change his mind because everybody gone. He's looking around like Will Smith on the final episode of Fresh Prince. Like looking around, ain't nobody there, but it could. I mean, it's going to be up to what he's willing to do. I know today's a big day. We're recording the show early, so it's going to be some deals going to be announced probably while this show is either airing or right before. So if you look at these things, man, would I want Aaron Donald to Detroit? Yes. Is he willing to come to Detroit? I'm not sure. I think we're on the cusp of being that team, but I still think we're gonna have some players that's gonna be kind of hesitant to come to Detroit till we actually start winning consistently. 9-8 is a good start, but once we start winning consistently, then we'll be that destination for free agents. But what you got, Coach Jones?
I mean, I would love Aaron Donald to come on Lions and be that 3 tech. Ooh, that'd be so nasty. But you know what? So it's $13 million. Basically, is what you're saying. It costs for Aaron Donald
for this year,
man.
for this year.
For this year.
Man, I can't say no. It's Aaron Donald. So man, you know what I'm saying? It's like, no, I don't want Aaron Donald. That's like in the 90s. You were like, I don't want Jerry Rice. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, yeah.
Well,
we have to work something out, man. If we could work out a 3-year deal where we can, kind of even it out the salary, man, I would do it, man. It's Aaron freaking Donald, man.
he has to be in Detroit for 3. For me, he has to be in Detroit for 3 years. No ifs, nothing. He has to be here for at least 3 years. But for that amount of money we're spending and that much capital we'll be giving up, he got to be here for 3 years.
Oh yeah, him and Penei Sewell gotta hatch it up, man. You know what I'm saying? They gotta speak, man. But that'd be something nasty to deal with. Boy, you got the Lions on both sides of the ball ready to punch you in the mouth. I like it.
Yeah, I like it. What you got, Ella? What you got to finish up? You got something
else? No, I was going. He was 30. He's 31. So he might got a few more years, but he might not want to play those few years. But like I said, I know that they'll, if it's even an option, I know that they'll explore and talk and do whatever they got to do about that. So
yeah, definitely. Hey man, like the video, share the video, comment on the video, man. You know how we get down right here, Detroit Lions on the Prowl. Be a part of the Prowl Nation family. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell so you get fresh content from us right here on Detroit Lions on the Prowl. Family discussion topic for today is, what would you give up for the big fella, for Aaron Donald, to come to Detroit? So family discussion topic again, what would you give up to bring Aaron Donald to Detroit? Hey, check us out on Lions Nation Unite. They're doing big things. You can go over to the app in the Google, Android, or Apple App Store for your mobile devices, or you can go to lionsnationunite.com on your web browser, or check out what they're doing. There's some big things over on Facebook. Yeah, facebook.com/Alliance Nation Unite, man. That Facebook group is blowing up. So go and check out all the stuff that they're doing. for the ultimate virtual hangout for Detroit Lions fans. They help us bring you this content. Go over to lnushop.com to get some Lions Nation Unite gear. Get the authentic stuff, man, the real stuff, not the fake stuff they selling on Instagram and Facebook, man. Why would you want the fake stuff? Anyway? You know what I'm saying? You know, it ain't right. So go ahead and get your stuff over there at lnushop.com. Hang out with us on Detroit Lions on the Prowl.com. And go to lionsontheprowlshop.com to get yourself some Proud Nation gear, man. My man, Coach Jones, is going to hook you up, man. You see him in his chef shirt down there, man. He going to hook you up over there at wolverlion.com, man. Because if you're a Wolverine, there it is, on Saturday and a Lion on Sunday like we are on this panel, go ahead and check out wolverlion.com. Coach Jones going to hook you up with that fresh gear. Man, and then ladies, man, you know, y'all want, you know what I'm saying, y'all show your cooking skills, man. Go on over to www.tupperware. No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking, man. Hey, support your man Curt Steele, man, over there at curtsteele.com, man. I got a big project coming over there, man. A big article releasing next week, but I'll give you some more details later this week, man. If y'all don't know, I'm doing my thesis, or this is I'm at the final part of my master's program, and I got a big Lions article coming out, man. Some great guests, man. Check that thing out, man. Some good interviews. So go ahead and check it out. It'll be out at the end of the week. So I'll make sure I post some more stuff about that, man. All right, so let me go over to my topic for today, man. To be honest with you, man, I don't know who wrote this shit over there at sidelinereport.com. That's who my article comes. No, it was me. I'm sorry. Hey, man, the Vikings released veteran wide receiver Adam Thielen last week. So for years, the Minnesota Vikings have had the best tandem of receivers in the division. Started with Thielen and Diggs, and then it went to Thielen and Jefferson, and it's been that way for a long time. But now Thielen is out the door. And St. Brown and J-Mo can quickly become the best wide receiver duo in the North if they live up to expectation. The Sun God had a good second year, becoming the youngest Lions player in history to have 1,000 yards receiving in one season. He owns a lot of the team records for like receiving yards, receptions, not touchdowns, and then rushing yards by a receiver in the first 2 years of a career as a wide receiver for the Lions. Once J-Mo can get his timing down with Jared Goff, man, he can get the ball and take it to the house at any moment. Y'all saw all those underthrows last year because the timing just wasn't right. He didn't have a lot of time to work with Jared Goff. You know, when he's rehabbing, Jared Goff, he's the first team quarterback. He can't take off reps to, you know, especially during the season to work with J-Mo. But the offseason is here, and they believe they will start working together. Williams is already working out with some receivers, saw him working out there with Calvin Ridley. Hopefully, he wasn't taking betting information, but he's out there working out with Calvin Ridley, because Calvin Ridley can ball. So don't get it twisted. Calvin Ridley can ball. So because if you look at Williams, man, people just look at him and he's a speedster and he's a one-trick pony. We can just use him. Dude can actually play wide receiver. The guy had over 1,500 yards on 79 receptions with 15 touchdowns his senior year at Alabama. So don't get it tricked. He's a trick play guy. No, this dude can actually play wide receiver. Ben Johnson said both players are going to have increased roles in 2023. So buckle up, Buttercup, man. It's going to be a fun ride if those two young fellas can live up to the expectations of Ben Johnson, and it could lead them to being the best wide receiver duo in the NFC North, man. What you guys got on this topic?
Yeah, I think they might be the best wide receiver duo in the league. They could be, not just the NFC North, but, you know, that all would depend on, you know, on J-Mo's explosiveness and him being able, you know, to get the rock. And, man, I just can't wait. I'm excited, man. I just can't wait to see Amon Rob making his clutch catches, J-Mo breaking down the sideline, or I can't wait to see the first time J-Mo runs a skinny post. I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to see him running and then him cut and just outrun the safety. Oh man, it's gonna be so lovely to have that, man, and him high pointing the ball, and I can't wait, man.
I agree, Curt. I think that's very doable. It might already be that right now, you know, and going forward. So yeah, I trust it. I trust in it. I trust that St. Brown got the talent and Williams got the talent. The North Irish right now, anyway. We probably got the best offensive weapons across the board, and all of that good stuff. So, yeah, we had the best wide receiver duo in the NFC North.
Yeah, and look at that one thing, right? And a couple of things happened this weekend. They were talking about the draft, and they're talking about Jackson Smith and Nigba out of Ohio State. Guess who his draft comp is? His NFL comp is Amon-Ra St. Brown. It was like he could be like Amon-Ra St. Brown, and he's the top. He one of the top rated wide receivers in the draft. I'm like, and they compare him to Amon-Ra St. Brown. So I'm like, okay, I'm feeling that. You look at that. And one thing I will say, and I started to heard this from I don't know why I heard this from a Lions fan, but we need a replacement for DJ Chark. Folded the replacement for DJ Chark is on the roster. It's Jameson Williams. He's the replacement for DJ Chark.
Right.
He was drafted, but DJ Chark was signed to be a fill-in while Williams recovered last year from an ACL injury. That's why I never put any stock in DJ Chark coming back to Detroit. I never really did that because he was a 1-year hire to fill in until Williams got healthy, J-Mo. So I don't know where that came from, but
it was a scratch.
We're not taking replacements for DJ Chark.
No, DJ Chark was kind of like you scratch my back, I scratch your back. DJ Chark needed to get back right. We needed a rental for J-Mo for a year, so it worked out, man. You know what I'm saying? But don't get it twisted.
Yeah, there's not a need to replace DJ Chark. I don't know what that was about, but because here's my thing: the wide receiver room right now is full. It's full. You got guys in there. I mean, if that's under contract, you got the young fella. You know what I'm saying? You got Williams. You got St. Brown. Then you got the praying mantis or whatever the hell they call him, or Josh Reynolds. And then you got the little fella, Khalif Raymond. And then what's called is still under contract, Quintez Cephas. Man, you got guys in that wide receiver room. The level of play that I like, DJ Chark had a good level of play once he got his rhythm down, especially that second half of the season. But for what he was used for, that's gonna be Williams' role, and it's gonna be even expanded past that. So, all right, man. Hey, do us a favor, man. Like the video. Share the video, comment on the video, answer the family discussion topic for today. Do you think that we can have the best wide receiver duo in the NFC North coming up here real quickly? It can happen real fast, where especially with Adam Thielen being go, it could be real quick where we got the best wide receiver duo. And I don't know what Bears fans are smoking out there. Oh man, these 3 guys that we got are scary. No, the hell they ain't.
I mean,
no, they're not. They're not. Moore is the best wide receiver they got, and they just got his ass. Anyway, Coach Mike, man, let's talk about what you got to talk about today, because you talk about, man, getting, you know what I'm saying, getting back together with some old flames, man. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you see that girl walk, man, I just go with her, man. Let me holler at her for a minute. But let's talk about that reunion that could happen. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. You know what? Now, there's been a few players that's been people asking questions. Oh, what about him? What about him? And a couple of the players, I was like, are you out your rabbit ass mind? Somebody said, what about Matt Stafford? Matt, you was cool, and while you was here, good luck to you. We don't want your broke ass around here, man. We don't want you getting broke up in Detroit, man. I got love for Stafford, man, but And then somebody I heard that this dude said that I almost spilled my drink. I almost spit it out. He said, man, what about Nevin Lawson?
What?
Is he still in the
Nevin
league?
Lawson?
Yeah, I was like, man,
ain't he in the XFL or something, man? Where he at, man? He coaching somewhere or something, man?
His head turned around. That boy Nevin Lawson wouldn't look back for nothing.
I thought he was. I think he imagined a 5 guy somewhere, man.
Yeah. but the two guys that I am really interested in returning to the Lions are one, Big Play Slay. Big Play Slay return to the Lions, man. That would be big, man. That would be big, not only for the Detroit Lions on the field, but just to have a spokesperson who used to be here in the old regime. And 2 regimes ago, and he's here now, and for him to be a spokesperson and be like, man, and for him to vocalize how the locker room is different, I think will garner more free agents to want to come back to Detroit. But also he could mentor that new young corner, whoever it may be, that we pick up in the draft. And another guy who people have been discussing is the return of Glasgow. They talking about, we might not be able to retain what's his name. So and they yeah, yeah, and no, they're talking about Big B's backup. What's his name?
Evan Brown?
Yeah, Evan Brown. They're talking about we can't retain Evan Brown and it'd be cheaper to cut Big V and things of that nature, man. And Glasgow would be the perfect guy to come back and reunite with the Lions. I'm not really sure on that because I really haven't been following Glasgow. I really don't know how his performance level has, is it still the same? Has it tapered off? Like I don't know, but that's a very interesting name that's been out there, and I don't know, man. What do you think about any ex-Lion returning to the, to the Prowl, man? Is y'all good with that? Let me know. Let me know a little something.
Yeah, I don't think either one of these players return to Detroit. Why do you say that? It's their age, man. Holmes just got the entire roster under 30. And then Slay is 31 and Glasgow is 30. I think he stays on that path. He may bring us some free agents this year, but I think there will be younger guys. I think he wants to keep this roster that 30 below 30, 29 and below. I just think that if they sign one, he'll be like 29 and turn 30 in the season. But I just don't think that Brad Holmes, he wants those older guys, man. He just got rid of the oldest dinosaur that we had on the roster. So I don't think he wants to. I think he wants to build through the draft and then bring in younger free agents. That's just me. But, I don't know. I'm not Brad Holmes, but I just think that's my thought process. I think he wants a younger free agent. What you got, LL?
Number one, medium play Slay. Number two, I actually don't mind it for the right price. Like I'm speaking about the Slay. Glasgow, I don't really care about him. We could definitely find another guy that could do what he can do. Unless you want to come back for $17.50 an hour, then that's cool. But similar things with
is that minimum wage?
No, that's just not a whole lot of money for a professional athlete. But Slay is, because we could definitely use a veteran corner, and he could still play football. I'm just not so sure, at what level and whatnot. And I don't want to pay him a whole lot of money to come here. But, other than that, he can find greener pastures elsewhere. And that's what they want to say. I do like the aspect that you added, Coach Mike, that if he were to come here, and see how it goes, then it could, open the floodgates almost. Because let's say a guy like, they play the same position, so I can't really use that. But a player on the, who might got a opportunity to come here, and they think like, well, let's say I'm gonna just say like a guy from Texas or something. I am from Texas, but I'm cool with Slay, and he's saying things is looking much different over there. So maybe I just, maybe I at least go for a visit. It might could at least get them to see what's going on. So I like that aspect. But other than that, like I said, for the right price or nothing at all.
Yeah, I know Hungry Howard Pizza and they love him to have this first person back. Was it? Ain't that his deal he had with them? He was promoting their pizza up there, man, in the Metro Detroit area, man. So hey, it is what it is, man. But we'll see if it happens. I'm not sure, man. But everything pretty much starts today. But yeah, we'll see. You know what I'm saying? Today is the legal tampering period. They can announce, teams can announce deals starting at noon. So we'll see. Right after this show is going to be some deals announced, man. We'll see what's going on, man. Hey, thank you guys for checking us out right here on Detroit Lions on the Prowl, your home for Detroit Lions news and rumors. Man, that's time for us to go over and do my favorite thing for the show. It is time for the comment card section of the show, baby. Let's get this thing rolling. First up, the real Mo stepping Paisley. Okay, that's what it is. All right, number one, he's a kid. He panicked. Talking about Jalen Carter. His career is on the line. people judge him. Look at how he's being judged now on the show. The police have beat people, killed people. We can't say he shouldn't have been scared. True. I mean, that was my point.
You right, but I feel like that's different. It ain't, and I don't. Whatever it is, I don't care. I don't judge. I think that's a reasonable question to ask. Why'd you leave, though? Just put yourself in that situation. Shouldn't have been racing anyway, but just why'd you leave? I'm not going anywhere beyond that. New to the comment cards, maybe. Goldie.
I picked a player to read a player's comment. That's Goldie. You know,
as I finna say, from the Mac. I actually own it on DVD, so one of my most prized possessions. But shout out to Goldie, but he says he will be gone, and I'm thinking he's speaking about Bijan Robinson. I don't know, man. I don't know. I got a crazy feeling that he not gonna go as high as everybody think, and I think that he might end up being a Lion. I don't know. I don't think it's gonna happen, but it could. Thanks for the comment, though.
It just depends on if Williams gets signed by the draft or not. Brent DeWitt says, I'm with Coach Mike on this one. I won't swag you back, but if it doesn't happen, I have no problem taking Bijan at 18. I normally don't like taking running back in round 1, but he looks like a generational talent worth the pick. It's nice to not have to worry about our draft anymore because we have Brad pulling the strings. And man, I'm telling you, man, even if Swaggy got signed, man, I still might take Bijan at 18. I don't know, man. That boy good.
Okay. Hey, Willie Rouse, Big Willie says I'm with Curt. I don't agree with Mike either. Mike, he's not talking about our Mike. He's talking about Micro Mike or Mike Kimber. Either he should not have been there, but he's young. Yeah. Hey, people, man. If I can go back and look at all the stupid stuff I did when I was a young fella before I got married, and
I've done a whole lot of stupid stuff. Similar situations, and I didn't leave. So
but that's what I'm saying. Everybody ain't delicious like you is. You know what I'm saying?
Furthest thing from it, but Raw Podcast. If I'm not mistaken, welcome to the comment cards as well.
Rob been in there, man. Rob, he old school, man. He old school.
My apologies. I'm just trying to say welcome to everybody. So welcome back. Yeah, welcome back to the comment cards. He says if I can't get Bijan and he's drafted before 18, then there's other running backs like Zach Charbonnet, Gibbs, Sean Tucker, Muhammad Ibrahim, Tyre Spears, just to name a few running backs. You know what?
This is that's a underrated portion of this draft. The running backs is deeper than what people think they are. Deep
than a mug, and he didn't say a really good name. Maybe because we said it already 100 times. But on this, he didn't say Dwayne McBride. Like I don't. I like him. I like him over a few.
The running back class is deep. So if we in a pinch to get one, we can get one for real.
I feel like we're gonna take one anyway. That's what I feel. But no, I don't. No disagreements there. Thanks for the comment, Raw Podcast.
King SJ says no arguing Bijan Robinson's talent, but I'm leaning more towards not drafting him at 18. Like Curt said, we have other needs we have to address in the draft, and I'm having a hard time overlooking that as well. He may not even be there at 18. He might not. And I'm not prepared to take him at 6. Hell no. I'm not either. I'm leaning towards grabbing a running back later in the draft, as I understand we have to consider our future at that position with Williams being a free agent and Swift the year after. And that's my biggest thing, man, is I don't want to not have Williams sign and then push the need for running back to the later rounds, man, because the running back is so crucial to what we doing. It's so crucial that he can take that load and be the focus of the team. And I don't want to push that off into the 4th or 5th round and find out that's the reason why that dude's a 4th or 5th rounder. You know what I'm saying? He just can't handle it like that. So, I got
a scenario for you. Coach Mike, because I get what you're saying, right? But like, I feel like the 4th round. Well, I don't think we got a 4th round pick, but I feel like later in the draft is best anyway. But because 2nd round, we're gonna have to get something that we actually need. Let's say Bijan Robinson. What's our first 2nd round pick? 44, I think, or 48, one of the two. Let's say Bijan's there and Jack Campbell's there. You know what I'm saying? Well, who you taking? Without question, I'm taking Jack Campbell. I don't. We can get it because there's other running backs. Ain't another Jack Campbell.
So
ain't other. There
second,
aren't other as good of linebackers.
Number 48, we pick 6, 18, 48, 55,
So
81,
48, yeah.
and then it jumps all the way down to 154, 183, and then 194.
So at 48, Bijan and Jack Campbell there. What y'all doing?
Oh.
I'm taking Jack Campbell.
I'm taking Jack Campbell.
Then I'm taking Jack Campbell, and then I'm adding an extra pick, and I'm moving up, and I'm hopping right back up to 49, and then I'm gonna take Bijan. That's I'm gonna grab pick like 118 or something like that, and package that up with that, and just to move. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. To move back. Move back from 49 to 55. Hey, that's what I'm doing.
Mike said, I'm done with them. I'm getting both of that after that. Okay, man. Hey, thank you guys for commenting. You know how we get down. We love interacting with you guys, man, and answering or just reading what you guys have to say about the show, man. And it's just we just like doing it, man. It is my favorite segment of the show. So keep commenting in the comment section of the video, man. Answer the family discussion topic. Tell us how we're doing, or address any of the topics we did on today's show. It could be the Aaron Donald thing, or it could be the best wide receiver duo in the league, or, you know what I'm saying, being reunited with some of those former Detroit Lions, man. Now it's time to go to everyone else's favorite segment. It is called Dessert with your man, Curt. Brought to you by Delightful Bites, custom cookies and desserts for any occasion. If you like how they look, you will love how they taste. Delightful Bites, get your cookie on. Go to the link in the description for the Facebook page, man. We know how we get down. And check it out, man. If you don't do Facebook, go on over to Instagram or TikTok and put in Delightful Bites, and you will see all that beautiful dessert footage. Now, Detroit was the 6th most injured team in the league last year. Wow, that's crazy. That is crazy. The 6th most injured team. I mean, you look at some of the teams that was like, wow, these guys was really broke up. But if you look at how we finished, if you look at that, we still finished 9-8. That's pretty good. You know, you look at how this team stayed together to still have a winning record. Right. And you look at some of the offensive players we missed throughout the season, DJ Chark, DeAndre Swift, Josh Reynolds, and Amon-Ra St. Brown were all on the shelf at one point in the season. You look at that some of those middle games where you had the starting wide receivers were what's my little man name? Khalif Raymond, and then you had the always explosive lacrosse player. It was guys. We was getting guys. We were rolling up to a Home Depot parking lot and grabbing people off the shelf, man, and be like, man, come on, man, go get some of these snaps. But it's a credit to the coaching staff and it's a credit to the medical staff to get these guys back out there on the field, and we still finished with a winning record, because a lot of teams the teams that were above us that were the most injured, they had bad seasons. So shout out to look at the Rams, man. It was body bag season all over the place over there out there in LA. So shout out to the medical staff, man. But Detroit had the 6th most injured team in the league and still finished with a winning record. And that's a testament to the coaching staff and to the medical staff. So that is your dessert with your man Curt, brought to you by Delightful Bites. Delightful Bites, get your cookie on. All right, now it's time for a quick walk on over to that wall of fame, baby. First up, we got my man Marcus King. He's the king of everything. We got the Latino Leo. Then we got George Eagle in the building. We got Sage Roberts. We got Rich Bean in the house. Dance Spanos. And we got Jason Porters along with my man, Coach Mike's co-worker, Doug Prince 72. Silver members, we got Cap Ice Cold, John Martin, Mr. Scotty the Bear, the Frenchman, Baguettes, and all that, man. What's up, Frenchie? And Big Dale in the building. For our gold members, We got Mr. Reliable, Michael Huck is always hanging around. Turner Burley, man, thank you for hitting me up on Facebook, man, and Facebook mentions this weekend with their inspirational thoughts for me this weekend, man. I thank you what you had to say. Just in the D, you got Lady Lionor of Douche Bagia in the building. Paul Jarose, the Jazzy One, the Tornado checking in from Utah, North End Ken, Mr. Rough and Raw himself, and the Doctor, Dr. Detroit. He is always in. To become a member of the Wall of Fame, click that join now button in the description. Now it's time for final thoughts for today's show. LL, Cool Torrance, man, go ahead and get on this mic, man. Tell people what you need to tell them for your final thoughts.
Have a happy Monday, everyone. Curt said, about the injured and the Rams being injured, and look at the difference. The Rams got us to number 6 pick, so injuries and player health can be very important. So shout out to the staff for keeping those guys on the field when they could get them there. I said, have a great rest of your week and get ready for all of the wildness that's to come, all of the free agent wildness. I'm ready for whatever, I guess.
The league starts in 2 days, baby.
No whammies, no whammies, no whammies, no whammies.
Man, I just want to say, I know that everybody out there is like, he gonna do it all through the draft, and he is for the most part. But you got to have key veterans on your team at some point in time. That's just how it goes. The last 3 teams had it. They won Super Bowl. Chiefs off season, they acquired people. Rams off season, acquired people. Bucks off season, acquired people. So, in that sense, Levante David.
It's coming.
Levante David, please, my brother, be so precious with to grace us with your presence. I want Levante David on this squad, man. But I just hope that Brad Holmes, he takes his stab. I hope we get his little harpoon. He comes from out of Wakanda. And you know what I'm saying? And,
what? He's out of Wakanda.
You know what I'm saying? And get somebody, man.
Okay, I feel what you're saying, man. First off, for me, man, I want to thank you guys for your support, man. Last week, I started at Sideline and I wrote a couple articles, man, and they did pretty well, man. And for the numbers that they did, I appreciate you. Thank you guys for checking me out. If you haven't done so, go on over to SidelineReport.com, man. Your newest voice, I got you. Y'all wanted a Lions guy writing about the Lions at Sideline Report, and y'all got me, man. It's going to be slow for the first couple months because y'all know, like I said, I'm still in school. But once that thing is done, y'all can get fresh content every day from your boy Curt Steele. So count on that. It's coming, and we're going to take a different angle. I'm going to be our voice over there at Sideline Report. So thank you guys for reading more articles, man, and making those numbers go up through the roof, man. I appreciate it, man. You know what I'm saying? We'll see, man. Couple months, man. You know what I'm saying? Start getting them ching, them dollars, baby. But I appreciate your support over there, man. And for everything else, man, thank you guys for joining us right here, Detroit Lions on the Prowl. We appreciate you right here, man. The season starts in 2 days, man, and we are so excited to get this thing going, man. So we have some good shows to see what we do this week, man. Definitely look at, man, we might have an extra show. We only do 3 days a week, man. We might throw an extra show in there this week, man. That, depends on what's going on. So go ahead and, make sure you check us out right here. If that happens, man, we'll announce it to tell you, hey, we're going to have another show tomorrow if we're going to add a show. So make sure you stay tuned right here in Detroit Lions on the Prowl, your home for Detroit Lions news and rumors, man. Now it's time for you to go ahead, man. Whatever you ate for lunch, wipe this napkin. Wipe some crumbs off your face, man. And you need to finish your drink and get back to work, baby. And whatever you're doing in life, you got to boss up, ball out, and be the best version of you that you can be. For my fellas, LL and Coach Mike Jones, this is Curt Steele, and we will holla at you real soon. We love you, Jim.